So how is alimony decided in these cases?
So see, we, as per law, we have a very simple system where the courts ask both the parties, husband and wife, to file what we call an income affidavit.
Okay.
Right? This is mandatory as per law. Supreme Court's judgment came out on this issue, and they said that for the last 3 years, before separation, please file your ITRs. Also give details like what's your educational qualification, what are the funds that you have in your account, what are the investments that you have made, the properties that you have either individually or as, in your joint name. What are your expenditures in terms of, if a wife has left a matrimonial home, if you're living separately, your house rent, your monthly expenses, or if there's a kid involved, the school expenditures, etc. So that's a very detailed affidavit that both parties have to file. Basis that, the court sees that, if you're earning, that component goes, or if you're already receiving an XYZ amount from say rental income, etc., etc. So then the court maintains equities in the sense that the wife should also not be wanting, and the husband should also not be paying through the roof, even when the wife is educated and she can work. Because a lot of times we see that even if the girl is educated, she was working, she would leave her job and then file for divorce and maintenance for that matter. So the courts understand कि अगर आप पहले काम कर रहे थे तो आपने क्यों छोड़ा? So that's why it's a longer period, 3 years before the marriage, or 3 years before the separation. So the courts want to see if you were working all throughout, आपने अभी काम छोड़ा है, that shows that it's not a genuine cause. Right? So all of that the court sees and then grants.
So is there an upper limit on the amount of alimony that needs to be granted?
No, it would depend on the kind of lifestyle that you led as a couple. The kind of background that you come from. Suppose you come from a super filthy rich family, for that matter, if you've heard in the news, Suzanne Khan asked for 400 crores from Hrithik Roshan when they divorced. She finally settled on 100 crores, right? So it's about the kind of background you have, the kind of money you have as a couple, and what the wife knows that you have. But ultimately, the law says that you have to be maintained to a standard of living that you had while you were married, or while you were living together. So if a wife, for the matter, comes and say that oh, I also had a membership to a club, or I used to go for tennis or horse riding, or this was something that was part of my routine, then the husband will have to provide for that also. He can't say that I will only give you ghar ka kharcha, I will give you rent, or I will just give you mahine ka itna paisa, and that's just about it. Waisa nahi chalega. It's about what you had, what you were used to, and if the husband can maintain the same lifestyle. Of course, if the husband has losses in business, he can't maintain you in the same standard. He won't have been able to do that even when you were married, right? Agar usko loss hua hai business mein, so your standard of living would come down, right? As a couple also. So the courts look at all of those situations.
But you have to disclose everything.
Yes.
Are there cases where people try to conceal their income also?
Yes. So most of the time you will see that in the first instance nobody files their income affidavits. It's only after 2 or 3 orders of the court that they would file it, because nobody wants to disclose it. Or what they would do is that they would transfer some properties in name of their mothers or sisters, so that they show that we don't have anything, for that matter. Like I said, women would leave their jobs so that they show that we're not filing ITRs. So a lot of people try, if they're using it as a means to harass somebody, कि परेशान करना है, पैसा लेना है, they will do it, and there have been instances for that matter.